Welcome to ACCTV Studio B. This past weekend, Austin Community College students didn't just go to class. They raced around the entire ACC district. Over 3 days, 11 teams, 12 locations, and 15 tasks, they faced challenges, detours, roadblocks, fast forwards, and a whole lot of running. From navigating new campuses to stepping into programs they've never experienced before, these students took on the second annual Amazing Race Riverbat Edition with Student Life and Leadership. And it was a weekend full of joy. I'm Gaynor, and today we're going to talk to some of our racers about what went down, the chaos, the competition, and what they learned along the way. Let's introduce our racers.
My name's Lily. I'm on Team 9 and I came in first place.
My name is Betty.
Hi, my name's Efrata.
We're team number 1.
And we got 11th place.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm Team 8 and we came in 5th place.
My name's Nick.
My name's Sean.
We're Team 3 and we came in 3rd place.
My name is Ethan.
My name's Eddie and we came in 2nd place.
That's Team 7.
Awesome. Well, thank y'all for being here today. Let's first talk about why you decided to apply to be a part of the race. So, Jordan, team number 8, how did you determine who your racing partner would be?
So me and Emma were in our engineering class together last semester, and it was really funny. Like, one of the first days, Emma works in student life, so she had heard about the race. And one of the first days of class, she literally just kind of turned to our whole table and she's like, hey, they're doing this amazing race. Like, who wants to do it? And I was like, instantly, I raised my hand. I'm like, that sounds like so much fun. And we decided to do it.
So were y'all friends before, or kind of like in that moment you were like?
Yeah, in that moment, we decided to do it together, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Team 3, while you'll have the mic, what kind of preparation did you do between getting accepted and then the race day?
Yeah, me personally, I did a lot of running. I had to drop a few pounds, but yeah, just to grow my stamina and my endurance.
For me, I should have done a lot more running, but I think I prepared mainly by doing puzzles and stuff like that. So I played a lot of games.
And then can y'all speak to kind of the preparation we did as like a whole group before the race?
Yeah, the first boot camp we did with the mini race, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, doing the tasks like the origami or the periodic table, that was a lot of fun. A little challenging, and then going around and doing the scavenger hunt around campus, that was a lot of fun.
I think it confirmed to me that I really wanted to do the race, that boot camp, and I wouldn't do it with anyone else.
All right, well, let's get into the tasks, the most exciting part of the race while we were all there, right? So there were 15 tasks that you had to complete over the course of the race. That's a lot. We were only there for 3 days, y'all, and you did 15 tasks. That's really cool. This year, Student Life had the honor of collaborating with even more programs and resources than we did last year, like ASL, Fire Academy, GIS, fashion design, welding, and health sciences. The list goes on and on. But I'm curious what you guys enjoyed as racers who went through it. So let's start with our first leg of the race Friday. As a reminder, y'all were at the Hayes campus with library services, Riverside with welding, Elgin with GIS, San Gabriel for computer science, and then finally at Cypress Creek with physics. Team 7, what was the most memorable part about Friday for y'all?
I just remember sweating a lot because we were like running so much outside. So it was a lot of running, and I think, at least for me, my favorite part was the physics task. I liked the more like physical related task, minus the firefighter one, but that was probably my favorite part of the day.
Team 1, what was y'all's favorite part about Friday?
For me, one of the tasks I really liked was the computer science task at San Gabriel. I was actually, me and my partner, we were running in the parking lot and we bumped into each other and I scraped my elbow. But it was really fun. There were a lot of puzzles with it, and they were like sticky notes on main computer, and I had to go back and forth. And it was a little nerve-wracking because computer science is my degree. So I was like, okay, like time to show up or show out. But luckily I was able to do it pretty efficiently, and yeah, it was really fun for me.
I really liked, it was welding the first day. I really liked the welding part of the first day. It was, for me, I thought I was going to be really bad at it because I've never done anything welding related. Obviously, it's nowhere near my area of study. But like as they were like explaining it to me, I don't know why I was like overthinking really just like cutting a piece of metal. Like I thought I was just gonna like shoot the metal in my face or something.
Yeah.
But once it actually got to the part where you weld the two pieces of metal together, like, and you put the helmet on, it was really cool to like have everything just go dark and you can't see anything but what you're welding, and that was, I really like that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first day made me realize two things. One is that welding is a lot harder than it looks, and two is that I do not know how to use the compass. So,
Well, do you feel better equipped now?
no. Welders deserve a lot of respect because that was pretty difficult to actually do, and definitely takes a lot of practice to get good at.
Well, let's go ahead and move on to the second leg of the race, which was Saturday. On Saturday, we had ASL at Rio Grande, psychology at South Austin. We were at the ACC Fire Academy, and then we worked with pharmacy technology at Eastview, biotechnology at Round Rock, and we were actually with construction and campus planning sustainability at Northridge. So that was a long day as well. But Team 8, Jordan, what were some of your favorite tasks on this day and why?
It's a tough choice, but I have to say that I think the two highlights of the day were the ACC Fire Academy, and then I believe it was Round Rock with the Pipette Picasso or the Microscope Maestro. So first, I absolutely loved doing the ACC Fire Academy. Like, it was so physically challenging, but it was also so gratifying. I remember doing like the drag. We had to drag a 180-pound mannequin 100 feet, and it was just insane. I remember there was like one point where I was like going through, and I'm like, I have two options right now. Either my legs collapse out from under me, or I start screaming. And so I started like screaming. Everyone was getting so hype. It was so much fun. And then for the Round Rock campus, it was a detour, and we chose to do the Pipette Picasso using science to do art. And I love that task because I love working with micropipettes. Like, they're so much fun. And so I remember Emma was like, I have no idea what this is. So I'm like, okay, so we had this little dish, and I was like, okay, you read out the coordinates of like the colors I'm putting in, and then I'll use the pipette. And we like entered some kind of flow state. Like, I was just like flying with that micropipette, and Emma was just reading everything out. And I remember one team came there about the same time as us, and we were like booking it out of there after we finished, and they're like, how are you leaving already?
Nice. So you and your teammate worked well together.
Yeah,
then.
for real.
And that's
yeah.
funny because y'all didn't even know each other before the race.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Now, yeah. Who here did the Fire Academy task? Raise your hand proud, raise your high. Round of applause to y'all, because that was our hardest task that we've done. We didn't do anything physical last year, and I know one of my biggest joys was just getting to be there and like screaming my head off for y'all. I hope you heard me. I know probably not, but I was having a good time for y'all, so that was awesome. Lily, we'll pass the mic down to you. What was your highlights from Saturday?
It's between the ASL and then the Fire Academy. I like the physical aspect of the Fire Academy. It felt very very accomplished that I was able to do a mannequin that was like 2 times the size of me. And then ASL, I taught myself a little bit in elementary school, and to be able to just remember some of it was a lot of fun, and just, I don't know, I always enjoyed that part. So
Yeah, the Fire Academy, that was very intense. As soon as I got to that challenge, I knew I was gonna be the one to do the roadblock, because Ethan was already a little tired from all the running. So when we had to choose the cadet, they all kind of looked the same. I was like, who do I choose? I just went with the guy that was like, okay, like around my height, somewhere around there. It's like, okay. He's like, okay, are you ready? And we started running. He gave me all the instructions while we were running. And I got to suit up with the fire suit. And I actually suit up really fast compared to other teams. I think that's where I gained a lot of advantage. And after that, we had to run to that little house where we had to do the under the dark
Combined space.
Combined space. And that was fun. I was running through that. I was behind them. I was like, go, like, I'm right behind you. Keep going. I was like just so motivated. But right after that, we had to carry the mannequin. That was tough. For me. I didn't have the little strap to carry the mannequin, but managed through it. After that, we had to go up the stairs. That was also very tough. I didn't get a lot break. I just went through it, and I was going up the stairs really quickly. It was not a easy task. It was very fun though, very rewarding at the end. But yeah.
I think the cool part too is your driver, some of your girls' drivers went through it afterwards, and I think afterwards they were talking about they had a very deep appreciation for what our firefighters do every day. So yeah. Cool. All right, we're going to talk now about our third leg of the race, which was Sunday, which was all here at Highland the whole day. So it was all really down to y'all and what you could do with these tasks. For Highland, we were with Advanced Manufacturing in the Impact Lab. We were at the Make It Center. We were with Fashion Design, and then we had our final task, which y'all had to kind of recap what you did over the weekend, right? So Lily, this is where y'all kind of like really pulled ahead and kind of won it all. So take us through that day.
I think what really pulled us through was we were able to finish the pharmacy one that we had, but Michaela was able to do the 2 roadblocks really quickly, and the first roadblock she had was puzzles, and we do puzzles for fun, and she was able to do that real fast and sort through it, and I guess you had to make a puzzle piece, so she was able to do that really quickly, and I guess she did the sewing one. We didn't have to wait too long in line for sewing, so that helped a lot. And then when we did I think it was manufacturing, I'm not sure which one, where we had to build a stool that was 11 hinges and had to hold someone out of cardboard. And we kind of had the same idea of doing 2 pieces of cardboard on the side and then an X in the middle, and so she was pinning one side, I was gluing the other, and then we'd swap and then pin the other side, glue the other side, and so I think that really put us through, got us really farther ahead, and then just being able to remember on the last task what everything was, and I think I was matching pictures and tasks, and then she was placing them where each and everything went. So,
and tell us about this lovely hat that you have here.
So Michaela, on I think it was media day when we had our interview, she said that if we won, we had to wear our pink hats all semester every time we were on campus, not thinking we were gonna win because we were just doing it for fun. And on the last task, she remembered, oh, we have to wear the hats, and she's like, just kidding, I don't want to wear them anymore, I don't want to win anymore. So we did end up winning, but so we have been wearing our pink hats.
Awesome.
So
that's really cool. I think that's the cool part, is that the tasks really play to everyone's different strengths, and so there was so much fluctuation the whole weekend, like no one started and ended in the same place, and so definitely there was a whole circle of things.
Yeah, I would say the third leg was the most anxiety producing and stressful, especially because when it came to the last day, we started off at a disadvantage compared to our other days. So we started the day at 6th place, and we knew that meant that we would have like an 18-minute disadvantage compared to the team in first. And we knew that basically any time difference is just going to depend on us. It has nothing to do with drivers, traffic, and so we knew like there has to be a way we had to make up for the 18 minutes. And I was stuck with doing the last 2 roadblocks because Eddie used his last one on the fire cadet one, right? That was the last one. So it was just really stressful to know, like, okay, like it's all here. This is what will bring us up. I would say we definitely took the advantage in the Make It Center one with building the chair. We took our time on that one because we knew that like if our box breaks, that's gonna put us so far behind, so we might as well take the extra time now so we can get it done the first try, and we did, and that brought us from like 6th to 3rd, and then from there we were just speeding through it, ended the day at 2nd. So I think I was really proud of that day.
Yeah, I was really proud of that day as well. Actually, bringing back to the second day, we were at the bird box location. We were actually arrived first, and we were flying through that one. But at the end of the challenge, our car just ran out of battery, and our driver was charging it somewhere else, and it was not to be found. So we were like, "Where's our driver? Where's our driver?" And we're like shouting, and then that's when a teammate got ahead of us because their car was gas. Yeah, don't drive electric. Sorry, who said that? But yeah, I think that's what got us a little behind that day. But after that, we also had a penalty for not completing pill one, the pill test, where you had to draw the Skittles. We were so close to finishing that one, but we ran out of time and we got a penalty, and that's what brought us to 6th place for the 3rd leg. But yeah, we managed to catch up and got 2nd.
Awesome. Team 1, were there any tasks over the whole scope of the weekend that were challenging, but like really opened up your mind to like, okay, I can, like, it challenged you in a positive way, where you were like, oh my gosh, I did, minus Fire Academy. But other one, because but any other ones?
The one at Eastview, counting the pills, I think that one was also, okay, the first part of it, when we actually got to the task, like splitting up the partners, I calculated wrong. At first, it was like calculating 2 pills by mouth. I think it was every 6 hours for 7 days. And instead of like dividing 24 by 6 to get how many times in a day to do it, I multiplied 2 by 6, and I ended up getting like 84 pills, and I just knew like it couldn't be that. But I think that took a lot of time, and we almost completed the one at Eastview, but as soon as we did like the second part, like our time just ran out. So yeah. If there was like literally 1 more minute, I think we would have been able to do it.
Yeah.
And for you?
I guess the Make It Center one was a really fun one. I was really intimidated looking at the instructions because just a few pieces of cardboard and some tape.
A lot of things though.
Right. What he said, we had to like hold the 160-pound man, and it had to be at least 11 inches tall. To be honest, we did get some inspiration from Team 7 with their notches. We used that too. We did take our time as well with that one. That might have cost us overall in the race, but we were really trying to make sure we didn't have to repeat it again, and we were being really diligent. And when I remember like how rewarding it felt when the guy like sat on it and
he put his legs up.
And it held. At one point when you started turning, the structure fell, and I was like, does it count? But luckily he counted it for us, so that was a really rewarding one. Also, I guess the last challenge of day 2 with the birdhouses as well. I love the Northridge campus's library, but I haven't really explored any other areas, so it was really cool seeing the other areas of Northridge, and even just painting in general. That was, even though it was stressful, that part was enjoyable.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that they were challenging. Can't be too easy. I know. Can't be too easy. Oh, cool. Jordan, with Team 8, what about ACC's programs? You had a chance to immerse in so many different programs that are different from your own. What did you take away from that?
It really, I feel like, just showed off how diverse ACC is, how good it is to its students. Like, I remember I was talking to my parents like afterwards, and my freshman year I went to a different university, but there had been a debate about whether I go to ACC or whether I go to that university. And I remember my mom saying, like, if I had known that all of this was here, we would have sent you to ACC immediately. Like, ACC is just absolutely amazing with everything that they have here. It's incredible.
Yeah. Team 3, were there any tasks that really stood out and opened your eyes to something new at ACC? You're like, I didn't even know we had that.
I think the fire department was the one for me, because I think I did pretty well for it. Yeah. We had a huge lead, so that was part of the region. I think that one, the physics one, was also really fun. Pretty much, because I don't really know what other choices they have, or like what other programs they had until I went there. Yeah. And those 2 were the ones that stood out to me to say, oh, ACC has this. Yeah. Also the GIS. Yeah. GIS, I was really surprised, especially when they were telling me about the drones. Yeah. That was really interesting. Yeah. But cool. Yeah, I think out of all of them, I would say the fire department was both my favorite and least favorite. I loved everything besides the stairs. That was it. Yeah.
But you all traveled across the district. We hit all 11 campuses except Lockhart, because that just opened up. But were there any campuses that you had never visited before that you enjoyed visiting?
I think my favorite campus that we went to is probably Eastview, especially because it's known for its kind of being in the health sciences, kind of having more of the majors go there. I'm actually going to be studying at Eastview starting this fall, so it's nice to see the campus that I'll be going to. Everyone there was super nice. I really hope I don't have to wear like the surgeon thing again because I was sweating so much and I looked so like chopped. It was horrible. My glasses were fogging up.
You're probably gonna have to wear that again.
I hope not. I was sweating, but yeah, that was really fun to see. It was just nice to know, like, okay, like I'm gonna be studying here. Like this is a nice campus, and I'm looking forward to it. So.
And shout out to our drivers. Let's give a round of applause for our drivers. So each team had a driver that raced along with them across the district. Lily, how were the drivers that shuttled you around? What bonds did you create with those drivers from the experiences you had together?
So our driver dressed in pink with us. We all got matching pink leggings, and I think she found a pink cowboy hat, I think in Lost and Found, and so she wore that, I think on the last day. She was, got us to each campus really quickly. She was able to navigate through traffic, and I think a couple times she used like back roads and stuff like that. And she was just such a great encouragement, and I'm so happy that I had her as a driver. She's always ready to help. She's always there taking pictures and recording and cheering us on when she could be there. So I was very, very happy with her.
The driver we got was Linda, and I'm really grateful she's our driver. Day 2 was actually really special because it was her retirement day, and I feel like we got the best driver. Shout out to everyone else. But even on the last day, she gave Betty and I personalized cards, like with really heartfelt messages, and I'm just really grateful. Like the advice that she gave us while we were racing, and just her encouragement and support. I was just so shocked. Like I'm just really, really happy that she's our driver. I'm definitely gonna stay in touch with her.
I think we want to shout out our driver Noel. He was really cool. I think we were talking a lot in the car, and it was really sick talking with him.
Yeah, we talked about video games a lot. we sang a lot in the car as well. But I guess what like really connected us with him is our little catchphrase, "Wepa." It's Puerto Rican slang to show excitement. And so after we completed a challenge, we were looking for him, so we just said "Wepa," but also to show our excitement that we completed something.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. How did it feel to do something like this at ACC, and then how did your participation in the race like transform your experience moving forward?
It was really fun to do an event like this at ACC. I saw that this race was open last year, but I wasn't able to participate. So I was really grateful that I was able to be selected me and Eddie were able to be selected to do the race. Again, it was really fun to be able to be in a competition because I am kind of competitive at heart, but doing it with such good people that will still be nice to you even though there's competition, and I think that kind of rubbed off on me. And so it was all just like a good time, everyone kind of just wanting to support each other even though it is competitive.
Yeah. I actually volunteered to be helping out the Riverbat edition from last year. I was at the foot massage, Northridge, the foot massage. Thankfully, we didn't have to do that this year. I didn't want to do that, but I did I was like, okay, I want to be participating as a racer this year, so we got accepted, and I was really happy to do that and to make to know other people as well. Like I didn't really have much connections at ACC, but this opens up the doors for a lot of people, and it's fun.
And then I would say with ACC being a community college and being a little bit smaller, the connections you can make here are so much more important and valuable and much more accessible to everyone. Students of ACC should do everything they can to try to get involved with the school one way or another. I started at student life, and I just started going into student life just as a student, and from there it just opened so many doors for me. I got to meet so many different departments, work for the school, and now participate in this race. So I definitely recommend students getting involved with ACC any way they can.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up, but before we do, I want to talk about the experience of the race as a whole. Y'all became pretty tight-knit group by the end of this, even though you were competing against each other, which was a really good thing to see this year. I loved that. How did that kind of come about, y'all getting so close?
I feel like everyone is just super sweet. Like, I feel like it does also come down a lot to like people's personality and how open they are. And I feel like we just got such an open and kind bunch of people. And I feel like we started bonding, like talking at the boot camp. And then, yeah, just during the race, like every opportunity that people had, I remember there was like, on the last day, like the puzzle piece challenge, like we had to find our pieces, and I remember people were like helping find each other's pieces. I remember even like when you guys had trouble with your car, they were trying to find the chargers, and so we pulled up and they're like, can you drive us? And we were gonna have like get them in the car and like drive them. We were gonna drive them to the chargers, but then someone else yelled, no, wait, he's coming, so just wait. So we like pulled out. But I just feel like everyone has been so kind and sweet, and that made it a lot more fun, and everyone was able to help each other and collaborate, and it was just a really good time.
Kudos to all of y'all for saying yes and going into the door, right, and all that. And the last question I have for team number 9, Lily, as winners of this race, what kind of advice do you give to anyone who wants to compete next year?
Honestly, I just have fun with it. I mean, of course, be encouraging to everyone. It feels like there's so much you can learn just by. It's such a great learning experience throughout, learning all the different kinds of programs ACC has to offer, meeting honestly so many great new people, and just having so many new friends here, and just you get to see all the campuses that you haven't maybe not gone to before. I know I was someone who would just go to class and then go home, so being able to be a part of this has really showed me how much ACC has to offer, and just how encouraging people are and how kind people can be. So.
Yeah, it kind of shows you that we can have fun, even though it's not a 4-year traditional university, right? We're still fun.
There's still a lot of activities you can do. So.
Awesome. Cool. Well, that's a wrap on the 2nd annual Amazing Race Riverbat Edition, and what a race it was. To our volunteers, our collaborators, drivers, pit stop hosts, and all of Student Life and Leadership, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for making this race a reality for our racers. And for our racers, thank you for showing up, pushing yourselves, and taking on the challenge. Give yourselves a round of applause. And to those who couldn't be here today, a round of applause. From navigating new campuses to stepping outside of your comfort zones, you didn't just finish the race. You made the most of your journey here at ACC, so thank you all for joining us. To learn more about student life and leadership at ACC and how to get involved, visit austincc.edu/SL.